Hello everyone, welcome back to Lucky Loaders 15, and as promised, I said I was going to preview the Craven meeting this week at Newmarket, all 3 days, covering all the races on the card there, and we're going to be starting off in this vlog by looking at all 8 races on day 1. I'm going to be giving you my selections at this meeting, which is often one of the early major meetings of the flat season on the turf. Always a very good meeting. We always see a lot of good horses that have gone to run very good races throughout the season, as a lot of these races are designed for 2-year-olds and new 3-year-olds as well, so we're often seeing a lot of horses making their first ever time on the race course, and it's always an exciting spectacle. Like I said, from a punting perspective, that can make it hard because obviously we don't have a lot of form to go on, and we're maybe looking on the breeding and really old form going back to last season, so it can always be a little bit tricky, but hopefully I can give you a few decent tips along the way, and we're going to get straight into tomorrow's action with the 115. We're going for a horse here called Prevent, which is trained by Rafe Beckett, and Ryan Moore's been booked to take the ride tomorrow. Very eye-catching jockey booking. Now, he rode this horse last time on its first ever start at the racecourse, which was at the Brooklesby meeting and the Lincoln meeting at Doncaster, where it was very well supported that day in the colours of the Jumpman partnership people, so very powerful horse racing connections. Now this one, it went to the front quite early on in the race and was dictating, but really got tired towards the last furlong or so, and you like to think maybe it needed the run that time, and it will probably come on for that. Trained by Rafe Beckett, like I said, he's very good with young horses, and he's running about a 7-1 price at the moment. I thought that was a good each way price for the first race, and hopefully he can make the frame tomorrow. So that's going to be the first selection there. Then go to the 225 with a horse called Jawaal, trained by John Gosden, whose stable are really starting to kick in now. This horse is part of the Godolphin operation, and Jim Crowley, who was champion jockey back in 2016, takes a ride. This horse made some encouraging starts last year, finishing in 3rd place on 2 runs, which was at Newmarket and Newbury, so you like to think it will go well, and for me, I thought it had a very good chance of going very close tomorrow, around about 7-2 bookmakers at the moment, and that's the selection for me in the 225. We then go to the 3 o'clock. Again, very hard race to work out. I quite like the look of Ballistic. I thought he was an interesting runner. Around about 12-1 bookmakers at the moment. Trained by Robert Cow, who you often associate with the sprint distances. Very good trainer from like the 5 furlongs to the 7 furlong races. Luke Morris booked for the ride tomorrow. This horse cost a lot of money as a yearling. It was 180,000 guineas, so they obviously paid a lot for it. And it's got some useful connections as well. It's a half brother to Goodwood Crusader, and also as well its dam is related to Aidan O'Brien's high class horse called Kew Garden, so it's got some interesting pedigree. Also as well got some good speedsters in its bloodline, so I thought really that this horse tomorrow, Ballistic, could go very well, and for me I thought he wasn't a bad price at an each way price for 12-1, so he's going to be the selection in the 3 o'clock. We then go to the 335 with a horse called Synchronised, trained by Charlie Appleby. He's been in bang hot form this year so far, had lots of winners with his young horses, part of the Godolphin operation. William Buick's been booked to take the ride, been riding all around the world this winter, especially in Maydown, riding quite a few winners out there. Now, this horse is odds on tomorrow. He's 4-5 on, but he's got some good form. He won at Kempton on his last start when he was an odds on favourite, and he was favourite on his first ever run. So they obviously think a lot of this horse, and I thought this was the most likely winner of the race, and he's going to be the selection in the 335. In the 410, quite a big wide open handicap. One that stood out for me was another Godolphin horse called Almoreb, trained by the powerful stable of Richard Hannon. They know Neil booked to take the ride tomorrow. This horse was really progressive last year, making the frame quite a lot. Also as well was very versatile on the ground, and I thought 12-1 with bookmakers, again with some of them as well paying multiple places for this particular race. No Sky Bet are paying 5 places. This one could be a good each way bet. Not a bad draw from stall 7, so it'd be down the centre of the track, not the worst draw in the world, and I thought this one could go very well. It went well fresh last year as well, so that's not a concern, and for me in the 410 I thought Almoreb could be a decent each way bet. In the 445, Going for Dark Acclaim, trained by Marco Botti, and Andrea Zaney takes the ride. Now this was third last time we saw it on All Weather Finals Day, behind the good horse of Jeremy Nasidas called Gronkowski. I hope I pronounced that right anyway. But it was a good performance that day, and they're stepping it up and trip by an extra furlong tomorrow, and I thought that was a good move for this horse. Also as well, Andrea Zaney's booked for the ride. He really wants to have a good go at the Jockeys Championship title this year. He had a couple of winners today at Windsor, so he's been in good form, and I thought this one could be an interesting contender at an each way price again of 14-1, so he's the selection in the 445. In the 520, another handicap, I thought the bit of class in the race was absolutely so. Around about 16-1 bookmakers at the moment, trained by Andrew Bolden. Joshua Bryan, his apprentice jockey, takes a good £5 off. Now this horse is a bit of a solid campaigner, but it won a Group 3 last year at Haydock, and I thought maybe from that perspective it could go very well and could be a player in this wide open field. So for me, absolutely so. I thought he wasn't a bad price at 16-1 each way. In the last race, 5.55, going with a horse called Major Jumbo, around about 9-2 bookmakers at the moment, trained by Kevin Ryan, who's stable in pretty good form. Nicola Curry, who had a good season on the all-weather, takes a good £5 off. This horse was very progressive last season. Last time we saw it, it won a race at York, signing off last year. So I thought if it could resume that progress as a 4-year-old, it had a very good chance of making the frame at 9-2 tomorrow. So they're the selections for the first day of the Craven meeting at Newmarket. If you've got any tips or any selections you want to say, please do so. Leave some comments in the comments box below. Also as well, please subscribe for my YouTube channel for more horse racing betting videos. Also as well, if you want to follow me on Twitter, you can under the same name, Lucky Loaders 15. That's all I've got to say. Please gamble responsibly, and we'll be seeing you soon.